Well, good evening, folks. I hope everyone is doing well. Thanks for joining us on a special night, on a Thursday night. We've got a very special center release here from Anointed Beard Co. And if you have not met the owner, we're going to bring him on in just a second. He's got lots of positive energy, always has a smile on his face, and we're going to bring him on now. So welcome in, Mr. Juan. Hello, sir. Oh, he's frozen. No, you're not frozen. Guest has muted themselves, it says on my end. Juan. It says guest has muted themselves. I don't know what happened. Let me X you out and have you come back in, okay? We're going to X him out and have him come back in. We had a little bit of technical issues here. So I see some other people haven't tried Anointed yet. You really need to try Anointed. Great feeling beard and some awesome scents, especially this one that we're going to roll out tonight. But also, if you haven't watched my older video on it, I did a few weeks ago. I did the whole lineup of scents. So we actually got a few sample packs back in stock. So we're going to go through all the whole scent profiles from all of those tonight. And Juan will be back on here in just a second. Apologize for that. We'll get him back on. Got Notable Beard Co in here. We got Robert. We got JP. I saw E in here. Got moderator James. Good to see you. Oh, you got him in. Let us know what you think there, Mr. Notable. I can't think of your name off the top of my head, but be looking for a video on Notable Beard Co coming up over the next week or so. See if I can see what he's got behind the scenes here. All right. So we got a brand new scent tonight, and it's going to honor Juan's grandfather. And I'm going to let him tell you that story in just a second. Whenever he gets back in here. Hello, Sodium Soldier. Good to see you. Let us know if you have tried Anointed Beard Co. and what scents that you have tried and what you like from them. I had to go back through all of them myself. I think I liked all of them, maybe except for one, not quite so much. But there's like 8 scents or so to choose from. And all right, so Juan has restarted his system, so he should be back on in just a second. All right. And I don't want to give away the scent profile and all that stuff. I do think it is up on the website. He was getting everything ready earlier. Yep, it is now on the website, so you can start checking that out. I will tell you my Banjo 15 code will get you 20% off, and I don't know what time that'll end, but I know it'll be good through the stream here. So if you've never tried Anointed Beard Co, now is a great time to do that. You will get a really good deal. Yeah, the ARC is definitely a favorite. And Robert has just ordered and is on the way in the mail now. Awesome. Got Peacemaker and Chain Breaker. Yeah, those are good ones. All right, here he comes. You just wanted to make a grand entrance, didn't you? To be fashionably late and make the big
entrance. I'm not sure what was happening in here, but I'm glad that I'm here now.
All right, and we can hear you well, so everything is good to go. So I want to let you get into this. Where are you located at, Juan? I know you're in Central Time Zone.
Okay. Yeah, Central Time Zone. We are located in Hammond, Indiana. It's about 15, 20 minutes outside of Chicago. And yeah, we've been here in the basically the Midwest, for a while. And it's been a lot of fun.
Great. So just tell us a brief history here about the company and when you started and all of that, and then we'll debut this brand new scent for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been around for about 2 years. We started back during the pandemic, and when that happened, during the pandemic, I decided to grow my beard out. Growing my beard out brought me down the rabbit hole, like many of us do. And I started looking at all the products that were in the market. And a part of me said, you know what? I think I want to try to make this on my own. So I started buying some carrier oils and some fragrance oils. And I just remember handing it to my friends that were growing beards out at the same time, and they said, "Hey, where'd you get this from?" And I'm like, "No, I made it." And it was a kind of a good feeling to think, okay, someone's saying, where did you get it? So I knew I had something special that I was going on. And I said, you know what, it's time to get this serious. And I started buying larger quantities of oils and more fragrances, and it just kind of went out, it's kind of spiraled on its own. And we've had a couple, like new looks for our websites and our bottles and stuff like that, but the integrity has stayed the same, and our mission to serve the beard community has stayed the same too. So it's been a lot of fun.
That's great. And I was telling you earlier, and I've told, I think I said this on my video. You do a great job mixing those scents. So I don't know if it's beginner's luck or you just fell down the rabbit hole and you just like immersed yourself in it. Whatever the case may be, you did a great job, and I really enjoyed the way you blend your scents.
Well, I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's definitely been an ongoing journey, and I think whenever you say that you have perfected something, that's usually when you get humbled and you learn something that you never did by yourself. So I definitely am consistently I'm a student, so I'm always learning new stuff and techniques and willing to try a new blend I haven't tried before.
That's awesome. That's the way to be. Always be learning is the way. It's a good motto to have for
Yeah,
sure. So let's talk a little bit about this young man right here in between us. I don't know if you can see that. We
yeah.
got a picture of your grandfather up here, which this scent is inspired by. And I'm just going to let you tell the story and tell a little bit about the scent. And then whenever you're ready for me to give my take on it, I will.
Absolutely. So this scent is really special to me. So that is my grandfather. His name is Ignacio Velasquez. And he this picture was taken of him when he was around 19 years old. My grandpa has a past, and he actually used to hang out with like Italian mobsters when he was younger. I just found this out recently. And that's why he used to dress like he dressed, that he was just a really cool dude. And but something about that picture always resonated with me is that just because he had a past, he was still willing to learn and change his ways, and truly became a man of integrity, a man of influence. He was very well spoken of, definitely towards, when he was in his 40s to the near end of his life. And he was just always someone that I could look up to for advice. He passed away back in 2013 or 2012, and I'm just grateful to have known him as my grandfather. He really did raise me, and he was such a cool guy. And this picture, like, it just does it justice for him. That even though, like, of course he was a man of God, and he prayed and always did amazing things, but in the inside, he was always Gano. That was his nickname back in the day, was Gano, which basically was like Kane. He was just a really cool dude. So I just love this picture of him, and I wanted to represent him in that way.
Awesome. So you created a scent around it, around your
Uh-huh.
grandfather, and you've got the pictures on the label and all that kind of stuff. So tell us a little bit about the inspiration for the scent.
Absolutely. So one thing my grandfather was always known for is that he smelled good all the time.
That's a good thing to be
He
known for.
dressed to Oh yeah, man. He was dressed to the nines, always, had a nice suit, wore his Sunday's best. But every time he gave my grandfather a hug, he would always get asked, "Wow, what are you wearing? What do you have on?" It was just part of his nature. And he's like, "Oh, this, oh that, oh this old scent. Oh, I've had this forever." He would always try to play it off like it wasn't anything special, or this is just him, right? And I just remember that my grandfather was very particular about his scents. He wouldn't just put any cheap cologne or something that was off-putting. It was very, very nice colognes. And my grandma always took care of him. And I just remember I seen this picture, and I'm like, I gotta have a scent that does this justice. So I want to hear your take on the scent, because obviously I know how my grandpa smelled, but I want to hear how it was for you when you experienced it, how it was in beard, and I'll definitely let you talk about how your experience was trying this out.
All right, I'll put the profile up here. I get a little bit
Yeah.
different than the profile in that the profile
Uh-huh.
Sunday Rain, Aquatic Cologne, Light Musk, and Teakwood. I don't get like it doesn't scream aquatic cologne to me. Like it definitely screams
Yeah.
like old school cologne. It's got that bite, that kind of bitter bite that some of those old school colognes did. Maybe just an aftershave, a tonic, something like that. It's got
Yeah.
that on it. You get the musk to it and the light musk on it. You do get a little bit of the rain and the aquatic cologne, but that's like kind of more of a background than it is like the star of the show. And then, so you get that cologne, and then about 15 minutes after it, when you get the dry down, it becomes a little less cologne and just a little bit more like clean and fresh, powdery, smooth, something is what I get from it. So it is like a wonderful everyday cologne, smell good scent. It's timeless. It's got no, it's got no season to it. It could be a everyday, it could be a night cologne, a day cologne. I'm sure as you made it for your grandfather, a Sunday's best type
Yeah.
of cologne is what I get out of that. I don't think you'll be disappointed, and it'll be one you can wear all the time. That's
Yeah,
what I get. I don't know if
absolutely.
that's what you're going for, but that's what I get out of it.
Yeah, no, I think you hit it right on the head. I think that one of the things that as I was smelling it again, I said, this is very like metallic. There's like a metallic type
Hmm.
of,
Definitely get that.
cologne type scent in here. And it just makes you, the best way I can put this scent is that it makes you feel confident. It gives you a confidence to just take on your day, to approach somebody, to talk to somebody. That's what I get out of this, and that's just how my grandpa was. He was just a person that always talked to people, and people were. It was very inviting. He always just was able to, and I think that this type of cologne scent really brings it up. Um, we did it. We did allow this one. There you go, like a metallic notes. Yeah, I
I
like that
fixed
too.
it.
Yeah. So that's what's in here. And I'll talk a little bit about the wording of "I'm feeling good tonight." Right.
Right.
So "I'm feeling good tonight" was he was famous for saying this. So my grandpa, if you guys don't know, like I do serve as a pastor, but my grandpa, every time he went to church, or they'd be like, "Hey, brother Velasquez, say something to the people." That was how my grandpa was. They'd bring him up, and my grandpa would walk to the front, and he would say, "I don't know about you, but I'm feeling good tonight. I'm feeling good tonight." And then he would just get everybody so hyped up and excited, and that was his go-to thing.
Every church
So,
needs a hype man, and it sounded like your grandpa was the hype man at the church.
yeah.
He, always
And
calling him to testify and get everybody going. I love that. I like what Sodium Soldier, the way he put it. It sounds old school, sophisticated, and that is a
yeah,
that's a
that's
great way
right.
to describe it. I would definitely
Yeah.
go with that for sure.
And by no means I think that it, like you said, it's a timeless cologne. Like I don't really get, I've smelled colognes, especially like when I was testing this profile out, where I'm like, that seems very vintage. It
Hmm.
smells very like I should be in my 50s or 60s if I put this on. Right. It's a very sophisticated. That's how I used to when I was smelling some of these things. But this one, I'm like, I could wear this today. I could wear this for date night. I could wear this to go to the office. I could wear this, wherever. And that's what I was going for, because even at my grandpa being in the 80s, being older, and even in his 80s, he still was walking around like he was in his 20s or 30s, and he smelled like it too. So that's what I
Awesome.
wanted to make sure I captured.
So just to let you guys know on the prices on that, the oil, well, technically now I see it's 1990.
In the collection
Gotcha.
that allows the disc.
Gotcha. So
That's all. Yes. Let
talk
me put
amongst
that in there really
yourselves.
quick if
Juan is
you
going to
guys are
figure
looking
that
at.
out. Make sure you get the best deal possible
Yeah,
tonight. And you may want to hold
absolutely.
off here because we're going to talk about all the other scents and kind of give you my take on
Yeah.
those as we go through them. Or maybe get the sample collection. I kind of twisted Juan's arm and said, we love the sample collection. It's the best. So he found a way to put a few more on the website. He kind of rounded up his
Yeah.
bottles for you.
There we go. So it's in the so that code will definitely work. So if you're thinking about buying a couple more things, obviously, you'll be able to take advantage of that tonight. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So let us know in the comments if you have any questions about that. And we will take a look at the website in just a second and go over everything else. But the 2 thumbs up on this scent for sure. I think it's one that everybody would be happy with. And especially if you like kind of old school cologne. Go clean and fresh smelling. You're gonna smell good. You're gonna smell like grandpa. Grandpa smelled good. So
Yeah.
at least Juan's grandpa did. I don't know if everybody's grandpa did.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and that's like a couple people had told me that they're like, "Oh, you're making a scent for your grandpa," and I think usually when I hear a grandpa scent, which there's nothing wrong with these scents I'm going to mention, but I hear people talk about Brute, Old Spice, original, aftershave type of scents, um, and there's like a couple more like electric shaves. There's
Mm-hmm.
all these different like ones that were there for a really long time, and those I think those scents have their place, but this is not that scent. I'll tell
No.
you that it's not those scents. Yeah. So,
I can get a hint of
but
some of that at the very beginning, but then, it's
yeah,
definitely got its own unique character to it. I can tell there's multiple things
yeah,
put in there. It's not just one fragrance oil you bought. So this is a labor of love.
for
And you
sure.
said it took you how many times to get it right, or how long you've been working on
Yeah.
this?
There was about 8 iterations that came into this, and something I was sharing with you before we got on air was that my I made sure my grandma, this was grandma approved.
Mm.
So I talked to my grandma and I said, "Hey, is this something that I called my grandpa Pa." So I said, "Is this something that Pa would wear?" And she's like, "Yeah, that smells really nice." Like,
Well,
wow, that
you
reminds me.
got
She
the
was getting
right
kind of
stamp of
emotional about
approval
it.
on that. You got the right stamp of approval for sure.
So I know that if I know, my grandparents were married over 40 years. And if anything, my grandma knows that he smelled good. So I was like, "Grandma, is this it?" And she goes, I don't really like this one, or this one's too strong, or this and that. But then once we got this one dialed in, I tweaked it just a little bit more, and then she was like, "Yeah, I like that a lot."
That's great.
So
And thank you,
yeah,
JP. JP says he's tried enough of my recommendations to know that if I like it, he usually does too. We have similar taste, which is always
yeah,
good. You'll
yeah,
find somebody that you trust on YouTube to give you advice, and you kind of have the same taste. So JP's talking about Old Spice, Brute, and Stetson's, kind of the old school ones
yeah,
that
yeah,
he's familiar with. I
absolutely.
remember all of those. Gonna smell like a man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got that musk
Yeah,
in there.
yeah. What was man? I know my mom used to work for Avon
Hmm.
really, really long ago, part
She was the
time, and there
Avon
was a
lady, huh? She's,
yeah, she was Avon, and she used to sell out of her doctor's office she used to work at. Anything to put food on the table, and she used to work all the time. And I remember there was a like a longhorn scent. I don't know if you remember that. It was like it had a longhorn image. It almost looked like it was an advertisement for
I don't
Texas
remember
State,
that one.
and it was like Western. It was like Western or cowboy, something like that. But I just remember this scent, and it was super strong musk. Like, it was a very strong musk scent. My father, he loved it, and I just remember that scent was always lingering around the house. But it's light musk. I'll put it that
Yeah,
way. It's not
it's light musk.
overpowering.
That, and the teakwood definitely gives it a different note on that for sure. Teakwood
Yeah,
is a nice
yeah.
cologne. Jeffrey remembers Aquavelva from his dad. And
And
I've
corn
heard of
nuts.
this, and I think I know what the bottle looks like, but I don't remember what Clubman aftershave smells
Oh
like.
yeah, yeah. Clubman. I think that's a green bottle. That's a barber
Yes,
still
green
use those
bottle. Yeah,
products
they
today.
still do.
Yeah. Yep.
Aquavelva,
Man.
nice. Oh, Pinard from Clubman is fire. Okay. He forgot about the Avon lady. Let's take a look at the website here, and we'll take a look at some things and maybe highlight a few more of your scents. Go through the collection on that. But there it is. When you load it up, you got a little drop down menu here, and you can pick whether you want an oil or the oil butter combo. So that's the only two ways you can get that currently. All right. And then if you want to check out the other scents, like I said, there's a few of those sample packs there available, but we can just go through and look at the scents. And you can tell me which ones are your favorites in the comments, or if you have questions about them. And then Juan can chime in with his thoughts on them, and maybe what's some of the best sellers and all of that cool stuff. So the arc,
Yeah.
I know you were talking about some stuff there behind the scenes. I don't know if you want to let that out or not on some stuff you're working on, but you got the arc, which is I think James there in the comments said it was one of his favorite scents: sandalwood, Texas cedarwood, aquatic cologne, bay rum, and ocean waves. This one's a little more aquatic than the one we've got tonight, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this one was definitely meant to be like, you know, you're on the arc, but you're probably on the outside of it, not the inside. So, I guess someone's I think it's Aldemir always says that, like, oh yeah, the arc is great. It doesn't smell like the animals though, you know.
That's
So
right.
I always find that funny. Um, but yeah, the arc has been our best seller since we launched.
Wow.
It was truly the scent that we that put us on the map, and it was just the perfect time that it was released because so many people were talking about it. We had a lot of reviewers talk about it. We had people dressing up like Noah and talking about the scent profile. A lot of live streams I was on to talk about. So it was it was a lot of fun. Yeah, making that scent. And you know what? That one I only made 2 iterations, and until I figured it out, like I'm like, this is it. Like this is the one. And so not every scent. I think this one from my grandpa, I just um definitely took it a little more not serious, but I wanted it to be really as close to perfect as I could get it. But the arc was just something that so many people talk about it that I can't change it. Like I can never change it or get
No,
rid
you
of it
can't
on the
change that
website.
one.
So
You can't change that one.
yeah.
And I see a
And
question
that one
here.
has like 6 different notes on there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Jeffrey,
it's
we'll
a lot
hit
of
those
fun.
fall scents in just a second. I forgot to grab them. They're over there on my little nightstand thing. I'll go grab them in a second. And Jason said the arc in soap is 100. I forgot you have some soaps. I don't know what you got in stock currently.
Yeah, I have some soaps that I need because they do take time to cure. For the way that I produce my soap, at least I do make them in house. And what we actually did was now the soap bars are half of them have a activated charcoal side, and the other one has the shea butter and mango butter side. So the soaps are pretty good. I do enjoy them. I do have to make some more. Speaking of soaps, we're going to be having a chain breaker soap released very soon. We already have Centurion in there. We have Peacemaker and we have the Arc. So we're going to be adding Chain Breaker to that because a lot of people do love it. And I don't know, the way my grandpa's scent is going, we might have a bar soap for that too because I really enjoy it. And I think that'd be a
Sign me
good
up for
scent to
that
use in
one.
the shower.
Sign me up for that one. And
Yeah.
if I remember right, the price was really reasonable on your soaps. Do you remember what they are off the top of your head?
Yeah. So we've just kept them like quote unquote on sale for $10 a piece, but I think that's going to be the price going forward. I always do my best because I know the market, of course, and but I also want to make sure I'm giving you the best product that I can personally give you, and it's just got to make sense for the price. But we have made the soaps larger, so they're 4.5 to 5 ounce soaps, and it's not a cold process soap. So if anybody's like a real big cold process fan, it's not a cold process. It's like a melt and pour, but the melt and pour ingredients that we use they're made in America. We know the people that make them. I talked to the women that make the base, and it's been a very good product for myself because I used to use a lot of washes that had chemicals and things like that, and I would always feel dry or irritated on my skin. So I have very sensitive skin, and that's really what brought me down this journey to start making my own products. So I just thought one day, hey, let me make my own soap, and that's what happened. So I've been doing that, and people really do enjoy it.
Right on. And don't forget, you can save 20% with the code Banjo15 tonight. And I was going to say one more thing. I forgot what I was going to ask. Oh, well, we'll just keep going into scents here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fall scents I've got some of them over here that you sent me. We'll talk about those
Yeah.
shortly. We got a
Yeah, for
nice
sure.
barbershop scent as well. So if you're into the barbershop, so if you like the manly scents, I know like he likes all the cologne stuff. So you got several to choose from that are very manly. You don't have any fruit notes or any of that kind of stuff in it. So I kind of like that as well. So you got a couple of different options there with your barbershop, and then the arc, and then the new scent for tonight. So lots of cool choices. Centurion, I heard a lot of people talk about that one. So this is the one if you
Yeah.
like the citrus, you get like lots of different citrus on this. So you get cypress, Italian cypress, cedar wood, and Tuscan blood orange. I like the Tuscan blood
Yeah.
orange in there.
Yeah, I was going between a lot of different citruses when I was making this scent. Um but blood orange really struck me just because even just the fruit itself. I mean, when you cut a fruit, like when you cut through the flesh, you're gonna see the red juice just pour out of this thing. It's very refreshing. I don't know if you ever had blood orange before. Like I know a lot of
Yes.
people in Florida they like to eat it. Uh, it's like the perfect balance of bitter and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So some citruses can be very bright. I love bergamot. I have not used bergamot in a scent profile, so I'm not against doing that. And you may see something like that maybe next spring or summer. I love bergamot scents. But blood orange has been, and it's just one of those things where I think that when it's colder, it warms up. When it's in the summertime, it reminds me of being like, refreshed by it, and that's another one of those all year round scents for me. So my goal in my company is to keep as many products as something you can use all year round. Never something where you're like, oh, I can only use it during warmer months or stuff like that. So
Yeah, you've done a great job with that. Chain breaker. There's another one. I like frankincense and myrrh. Woo! For you got
yeah.
dark oud, Cuban tobacco, oud wood, frankincense, and myrrh. Man, you got some good manly scents.
Well,
Love
this
it.
one right here surprised me very much. I launched this one and the one I think that's going to be talked about obviously soon. But Chainbreaker, I knew I needed a frankincense and myrrh scent because obviously the biblical theme and
Right.
stuff like that. But I've never personally used a soap or anything. And when I made this one, it was good. It just worked all together, and the oud kind of just brought everything. Instead of just feeling like it's like an incense type of smell, this really makes it a deeper cologne.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like that with this one.
Yeah, great job on that. And these are unique scents. Like I will say that. So I've never smelled anything like some of these for sure. All right, oud de
Mhm.
joy. There's more oud.
Yeah. So this one, the and some like I know that it has the same words in the beginning. It's not one single base. So there's still three distinctly different scent profiles that are put in, and even to make this work, there's different ratios. So that one is Uda Joy is actually going to be discontinued soon.
Okay.
I may bring it back in the summer and maybe
Yeah, that
like
would be a
rebrand
good
it because
summer
I do
one.
like it.
I like the
Yeah,
grapefruit in it. I like grapefruit scents.
yeah. And that kind of goes back to like my thought process of having a scent I can use year round because this one personally, I'm like, well, I'm gonna leave that on the shelf till it gets warm out again,
Mm-hmm.
And my other scents I have been using in my rotation. So I knew that this scent's like it's just there's something missing to keep it all year round. But mango and grapefruit's a very bright citrus type of
Mm-hmm.
scent, tropical type of scent. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And then your sweet aroma is your tobacco and vanilla scent, right?
Yeah. This one, I get a lot of people love this at craft shows, but I think that because it's more of like the simple entry level, I would say, type of beard care product, this was our first one that we launched. So I was just like, being a biblically themed company, I remember I said, well, if I have a beard oil that smells good, what smells good in the Bible? It talks about incense and doing a sacrifice, and it's a sweet aroma to the Lord. So I was like, yeah, let me make the first one sweet aroma, and that's what I did, and it just kind of stuck, and people do like it, and I do get return buyers for it. It's just the spiciness, the creaminess of the vanilla.
Yeah.
It just works.
This is the only one out of all 7 or 8 or now up to like
Yeah.
10 or 11 cents that you've sent me that's like, okay, I've smelled stuff like this before. This is not a brand
Yes.
new. This is not breaking,
Correct.
no breaking news on this one, right? This is your pretty typical
Yeah.
tobacco vanilla type of scent.
Yeah. It's kind of that's what I kind of wanted it to be
Yeah. That's your
because
first one,
that's
right?
just it's your first one, but also it's just I think people kind of need that basic one that they can just grab
Right.
because this can be paired with anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice. And then you got, if you like unscented, you can get the Whisper. Or you can pick
mhm.
that up in the, maybe you want an unscented balm or butter. You can get that as well. And then Peacemaker, that is more maybe a nighttime type of scent. except this one
Yeah.
surprised me. I liked it a lot better than I thought I would. It's not your typical lavender chamomile stuff, because a lot of times like this smells too girly for me. I'll just to be honest,
Uh-huh.
or it'll have like oatmeal and it'll smell too powdery or something.
Yes.
And this
Yes.
is not
Yeah.
this. This is more like lavender, authentic. This got the bite to it, almost like a cedar instead.
Hmm.
But I really like
Right.
this one more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, with this scent in particular, um it's supposed to be meant. I'm a big fan of like aromatherapy. I think that helps a lot, especially with essential oils. So our blends are, some of them, not all of them, but some of them do use a mix of fragrance and essential oils. So this one is one that had to be an essential oil because you get the properties of the lavender and it just smells good. It just works. So but yeah, Peacemaker's been a solid scent for sure.
Awesome. So those are the main lineup scents currently, and then there are some seasonal things, as somebody alluded to. I've got a couple things you sent me. I don't know if what you still have available or not, because I know you were about to sell out of
Yeah.
something earlier. So what have you still got available?
If you go to the Sunday School series,
Okay.
you can click on that and you'll see the other options that are there.
Mm-hmm.
So these are some scents that we recently released. So I paired up with an artist that's a friend of mine, and he's like, "Hey, I want to do some artwork for you because I really like what you're doing." And I said, "Okay, like let's work on the things that I can't make myself because I'm not an artist." And we just came up with some quirky names, and these scents have been doing pretty well for us, and they just smell awesome. I mean, they smell what they're. If you want to talk about them, you definitely can. How your
Yeah,
experience was with them both?
I, I, I will. So the holy s'mores smells like s'mores. Uh, that's what it smells like. So you can get, and I like graham crackers. So it's got the graham cracker, the marshmallow, a little. You get, it's not too much chocolate, and it's not a lot of. You can't really smell smoke like some scents are really
Yeah.
smoky. This isn't like that. So if you're into those type of food scents, sweet scents, fall scents, you might want to pick up holy s'mores. And then let me answer this question really quick because this is an important one. JP always wants to know what is my
Uh-huh.
favorite. I like the new one for tonight, and then most of the other ones that we talked about, I really do like them. So JP, my suggestion would be to pick up a sample pack before he sells out. Let me see where can I find the sample pack at. So it's
Yeah. If
called
you
the
go
Blessing.
to
So
yeah,
if you go
yeah.
to the menu and go to shop now, and there is something called the Blessing sample pack. I really think that would be, because these are nice size samples. You can get several uses depending on how big your beard is, but it's a dropper top,
Hmm.
easy to use. So you get all 8 of those scents, and then you can kind of go from there and figure out what you want to pick up. Maybe next time there's a big sale or something. But
Yeah.
like I said, I
Absolutely.
really do. They're unique. They're good. They're my type of scents on this main lineup for sure. That would be my suggestion,
Yeah,
JP.
and we're actually kind of rebranding the sample kit.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a couple things that we're working on with that. One of the things is we launched I still have a few items on my website about the Resurrection box set. It has a
Mm-hmm.
lion and lamb. Those are two really nice cologne scents. So we've actually I wanted to get more out, so I made samples. So temporarily, if you buy a sample kit right now, you're gonna get a sample of the lion and the lamb
Oh
when you
wow.
purchase. So you're gonna get 9 scents altogether. We just took out the whisper one, and then you'll get those 2 cologne scents in there.
Awesome. So you will get
So
9 different scents, and
yeah,
because
and we didn't up
the
the
one you
price or
sent me
anything like
had like,
that.
yeah, the one you sent me had 7 mainline scents, and then the unscented one, right?
That's correct.
All
Yep.
right. So you can't beat
So
that.
so yeah, so now you'll get all of that, and people have had great reviews about these scents, and they all tell me it
Breaking
needs
up.
to. I think that what we may do is have them as separates, until basically I run out of labels.
Right.
But for the actual box set, that's something I probably won't bring back until probably like April,
Yeah.
back to like, basically
Easter.
during like resurrection time, Easter time.
Easter.
Yeah.
Yes.
So got to bring that back out. And this was a lot of fun. That project was a lot of fun to do. And
So
yeah,
once again,
I
you got more cologne scents. I know E is loving this, right?
yeah.
So the Lion, let's see, one of them is Lion of Judah. It's dark spice cologne, Egyptian musk, lion's roar. Oud cologne based off of Dior Sauvage. That's nice.
Yeah. So it has Dior Sauvage like as a base, but there's a lot more put into it. Yeah. And I think if Triple B was here, he likes that one a lot.
And then what's the other scent? Is it on here? Okay. Oh yeah. So then the other one is the Lamb of God, which is powdered cologne, fresh cotton fields, meek and humble cologne based off of Burberry for men. So there's a couple more scents there. Once again, you can get those in the sample pack as well. You're gonna be getting
Yeah.
those if you get a
And
sample.
and that the lamb one also has like a floral component to it. It has like gardenia. So it's just a kind of lying in green pastures type of thing.
Gotcha.
And I really like that scent. So gardenia by itself can kind of be overpowering, but when it pairs up with the cologne, it's nice. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, cool. I was trying to see if there's any more questions there. So let's go back to the. What else do you have here for the fall that you sent me? I've got red letters and blessed be the poor. Is that on here?
Did you receive? Okay, so so we can talk about blessed be the poor. We may be shock dropping that tomorrow.
Oh.
So
I didn't know.
But
I won't say
did I
anything
send
if you
you
don't want
spice?
to.
Oh no. Oh no, you're fine. Did you get spice or no? Did I send you spice?
I didn't get that. I got red letters.
Okay. So that's a fall scent is spice. And spice is that's on the Sunday series as well.
Okay.
That one is pumpkin spice, candy corn, whipped cream topping, and oud.
All right, so you went out there for your seasonals, right? You're doing some other stuff, but you got plenty of the cologne stuff, and now you can have a little bit of fun on the side. So there's the spices on the drop down menu there from the Sunday School series. All right, so it's pumpkin spice, candy corn, sweet. It sounds like.
Yeah, it's sweet, but I think just having the spice and like the type of cologne that's in there really balances it all together. Everyone that has tried it has told me like this is fall in a bottle. So when I hear that, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, just leave a review on the website because I want more people to to know about it.
Oh, John Paul's gotten in here. He's already talked. He's heard about blessed be the poor, except it's not POOR, it's POUR.
Yeah. So if you guys like coffee scents, just be on the lookout for tomorrow. And we actually might be like, I know that coffee scent can be a hard sell sometimes. It's not everyone's cup of joe just to play on the words. So you may see it on like a really discounted price too. So just be on the lookout tomorrow. And of course codes will be available too. So if you want to talk about it, you definitely can. So we might just see it launch later. But
it is a coffee.
It'll
scent.
be worth.
It's a coffee scent.
Yeah.
If you like coffee scents, you're gonna love it. I don't know. I'm gonna read the whole stuff. Does it have a little bit of a little mocha, a little chocolate in it? It smells like it.
Yeah, just a little bit. It has a little bit in there. Yeah.
To keep it from being bitter. It's not bitter black coffee. It's nice and smooth.
Yeah.
With the undertones there of the chocolate mocha. So if you're into that kind of scent, that's gonna be right up your alley. If you're not, don't buy it. That's
yeah.
Don't be hating on it.
Right.
But just to reiterate, guys, my code Banjo15 will get you 20% off tonight. And then we are releasing this brand new scent called I'm Feeling Good Tonight, inspired by Juan's grandfather. And it has got a great profile. It is a good everyday cologne smelling good type of scent. Sunday Rain, aquatic cologne. And that's not the main player. It doesn't scream aquatic at me, but you do get some metallic notes in it. And then light musk and teak wood. It's really great. You get a nice traditional kind of cologne vibe to start with. And then as the dry down comes 15, 20 minutes later, it just becomes even more clean and fresh. That's more towards a barbershop in that way for me, even though there's no barbershop notes. But teak wood will give you that sometimes when it's got that in it. So very, very, very good scent.
No, I appreciate that too. And we didn't really get to talk about it, but I mean, we can do a giveaway of a $25 gift card if you have like the thing set up to do it. Wow. So we can definitely do that.
Make sure you hit the like button, guys, and hit the thumbs up there in the chat, and we'll do that. And by the way, just to let you guys know, I've got some more live streams coming. I do have next month the big, everybody's been asking, the Black Friday live stream extravaganza.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to have up to 20 companies on that. I don't know. I can't remember. Is Anointed Beard Co going to be in that one?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we're there.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
we're there.
remember.
I don't.
I'm
I'm excited to see where.
up to
Yeah,
like
I'm excited
15
to
so
see
far.
where. Yeah, I'm excited to see where we'll rank in the, not rank in the thing, but like I know, like, because you have like a halftime portion, right? And that's where you kind of yeah, I think you do something a little different around that time. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm
do. I
excited
do
to
all
see how
kind
it
of stuff.
goes.
We'll do a little live stream about a week ahead of time to draw time
Okay.
slots to do a random generator, so then everybody
Yeah.
will know when your favorite company's coming. You can get your tabs all
Oh,
lined up.
that's
People tell
cool.
me on their computer they get their tabs
Oh
lined up
wow.
by time slots, and they've got their orders. They got their carts ready to type in the
Oh
codes and
wow.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
it's a
Yeah.
big thing. It's fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
EDC is going
yeah,
to be on there as well.
I've
Cool.
always, yeah, I've always participated on the other side, and and it's like the craziest deals. Like I think you do a really good job at doing that, Brian, because and this just allows companies to really bless the community that's paid attention to your platform too.
Yeah,
So because I know we have a crazy deal planned that night, so
can't
I'm
wait.
excited to see how that
It's
goes,
so much
and
fun.
it's gonna be cool.
It's a ton of work ahead of time, and I'm stressed out and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But it pays off. It's a win-win-win. It wins for the owners. It wins. It helps me some, and then it also helps the guys in the community. So you can't ask for better
yeah,
than that for sure.
right.
Jeffrey asked, "How long will the 20% off code? How long are you going to run that through tonight?"
So it'll be going on at least until the morning.
Okay.
Because yeah, I usually let it run all throughout the night, and once I get to it, I get to it. I do recognize some people get paid on Friday, so I know we did this on a Thursday. So if you do want to take advantage of this tomorrow, you just let me know. Maybe I'll just forget and cut it off during lunchtime or something. So,
There you
but
go.
yeah, it'll definitely be early. Definitely before the afternoon tomorrow. So if you do need to wait after midnight or something like that, I completely understand.
All right. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate the kind words about my streams. And Mark Brown's in here. Good to see you, sir. And by the way, he is one of my channel members. He has been for 19 months. So I do have channel memberships turned on. Really, really helps me out. And I've got two different levels, $1.99 a month or $4.99 a month. Just kind of helps with a lot of stuff going on here behind the scenes, trying to upgrade my equipment. I was supposed to have a teleprompter coming in December, so we're going to see if I can figure out how to use that.
That's going to be awesome.
That'll be fun. And thank you for the kind words there, Twitch, about the karaoke streams. I started that kind of like you did, Juan. I started that back during the pandemic where I couldn't get out and sing with my group. I started doing that for folks who are all, just having some good times. And I know YouTube doesn't like it because I usually do beard stuff, and then I just start doing that. Live stream kind of messes up the algorithm, but I don't care. I don't do it for that. I do that for my audience and my dad and whoever else wants to hear me do it.
Well, hey, I will say this. Let's definitely talk about your karaoke stuff, because I even told you, I'm like, I've never listened to any of those songs. And so I always hop in there and I learn a new song, and it's always a lot of good stuff.
I think I've showed a lot of people some new songs, and they're like, "Oh man, that's a pretty cool song. Or, that's a fun song." And we have tried to have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. And thank you for becoming a member there, Juan. You didn't
Absolutely,
have to do that. Thank you,
no,
Mark.
I'm not.
Thank you, Mark, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Oh, that's always appreciated, guys. Sure is. And now we're going to do a giveaway here. Do you have a particular way you want to do that one, or do you just want me to do my random number generator? Or?
Yeah, you can do your random number generator. That's
I'll
fine.
get my random number generator here, guys, going. You'll be figuring out what your favorite number might be. And what we'll do is we'll throw out the range, and then when I say go, you can put in your number, and at the end of a certain amount of time, we will take a look at the numbers, and if you're the only person who got the number right, you win. If there's multiple people that get the number right, I do it a little bit different, because back years ago when I was trying to win giveaways, I always got prioritized. Somebody else would beat me to it. So I decided when I
Yeah.
started doing my own giveaways, if multiple people get it, I'm going to go with the second person on my screen to get it right. Now, for some people,
Okay.
that means they strategize and they wait 30 seconds before they put it in. But once again, that you might be the third person to get it right, or you might be the only one
Right.
to get it right. So there's still, I don't know how much strategy actually goes into it, but that's the way we're doing it. So we're going to get this random number generator here. We got 21 people. So let's do 1 through 12, guys. 1 through 12. You can put in your guess there, and we'll take a look in about 2 minutes here, and we'll see if you get it right. So we're guessing 1 through 12. There comes some numbers. So I see it's working. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, Mark always has me doing Zach Brown songs. That's the good ones there. You can't beat Highway 20 Ride. Some of those songs have, you talk about the stories behind things. Some of those songs have some really good stories to them. Like that Highway 20 Ride. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but it's a guy who goes down Highway 20 every weekend to see his son because the parents are separated.
Oh, okay.
So it's a really powerful kind of song that I know a lot of people can relate to.
Yeah. No, I remember I had you play that song or sing that song from Urban Cowboy.
Oh yeah, Looking for Love and all that. It's like, how do you know that song? You are not old enough to do that. Yeah, I did a Charlie Rich song.
Man, yeah, no, my mom used to watch that song. She used to love John Travolta, and she's like, oh, he's so handsome, and she used to love that song. And she actually had the soundtrack, and I remember her playing that song in the car, and it would be that specific song. She'd have it like on repeat like 3-4 times, and my mom loved that movie and loves that song. So I just remember, and your voice fits it very well. Like there's just certain songs I'm like, now that I'm hearing like if I hear an older country song, I'm like, oh, I got to request that for Brian because I know that.
Yeah, there's some that really fit my voice. That one, The Gambler, really fits it. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. All right, once again, one more time, we're doing the numbers 1 through 12 for a giveaway here for a $25 gift card. You can pick up any of these cool scents that you want, but hopefully you'll buy a little bit more, give a little bit back there, and maybe pick up a sample pack or some of these special fall scents that are only around for a limited time. I know you said the Holy S'mores was just about sold out, right?
Yeah, I think we have maybe like 10 or so left. And we started with 40 of them, so I don't make too many.
Right.
So even with 40, like putting 40 into the wild, that's still limited in my eyes. And spice, I think we had about 30 or 40. But people from the vendor events that I've gone to recently, they did really enjoy those scents, and they're like, that's different. I've never smelled something like that. That's the thing that I love about our community is right when you think you've come out with something really special or unique, someone always has something like, wow, how did they think of that? And I love it. I embrace it because it just makes me think, okay, now what am I going to wait for to release next year? Like I'm already thinking of my fall releases for next year to be like, I want something that's really different, but it's all in fun competition, but I love when people compare
a lot
stuff
of people
too.
love the fall scents, and they like spend all year long thinking of doing fall scents or Christmas scents, whatever their favorite thing is. Some people love the summer scents with the fruity stuff. All right, let's see who wins this giveaway. It's going to be contentious because I have seen 3 people with the right number, which was 12. So let's go through them. We've got, there's winners and losers in everything, guys. So the first person to get it right was JP, but he was a little bit too fast. So the second person to get it right is E, and I know he's going to love some of these colognes.
Let's go.
E's frugal. He always has a list of all these companies he wants to try. He's never tried yet. So I have a feeling Anointed may be one he hasn't tried, but I hopefully by being here tonight, he's thought of a lot of these cool
me and E, we talk pretty regularly. He's a good guy.
Cologne scents. And then there was one more person that had it. Unfortunately, they were a little bit late. Let's see here. That was Beards, Blades, and Hair had number 12. And I think that was it. Yep. So E1 coming in, he was the second person to have the correct number, which we were going for. So congratulations, E. I
Congrats, E.
appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
He always supports my videos. He's one of the first ones to come in and give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. So I do appreciate that. E, you've been here
Yeah.
on the channel with me a long time. There we go. He
Absolutely.
says he hasn't tried yet, but now he will. So you want to make sure
Yep.
you let E know how you want him to get him that card, because he only does email.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Oh, so you've been chatting somehow, emailing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we email and text. So
Okay.
I'll make sure to send it out to him.
Good. So cool. That's awesome. I'm glad he's going to be able to try it. You're going to have to report back, E, on what you think on some of these scents.
Yep.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to go over? Anything I missed from the website? We've got this great new scent tonight that I hopefully will be around for a long time. I know you mentioned that you really like it and you think you might turn it into some soaps or maybe something else down the line you were working on.
Yeah. No, we I think I think you did it justice for sure. I just, I'm really happy that, see, the other thing too is, I don't know if you guys let me see if I can get this close to the thing. Getting this artwork off of a document that was it was pretty hard to get it off. I mean, it's easy to scan photos and stuff like that, but with the power of AI technology, I was able to scan the photo, and then I was able to get basically the photo like high definition. So that is truly how he looked, but like it got rid of like any imperfections that were in the paper. And from what I know, this um this picture was taken of him like in the 1940s.
Wow.
So it's really awesome that even my grandmother still had it. And the way that she preserved it was pretty cool. Like, it's wrapped in this certain thing that someone gave her at a scrapbooking store, and so she has it wrapped in there so it doesn't get bad. But I was afraid to take a flash. They were like, "Don't do flash photography on it." I'm like, "Wow, I didn't think it was going to be that serious." But we were able to get it scanned, and AI technology came in clutch. So
awesome. So
it's a lot
Diablo
of fun.
asked how this new scent compares to the Ark. What would you say on that?
Yeah, I think that they have somewhat of similarities. I don't think that there's much woodiness in this new one. I mean, there's little to none. I mean, it's called teak wood, but teak wood is more of like driftwood. It's more like airy. There's more water notes to it than anything. And I I I don't think that I think that they're cousins, but I wouldn't say that they're alike. They're very if you like the smooth cologne of the Ark, you're gonna love this one. I think that if you're a fan of the Ark, this is gonna fit right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, if you
And
like any
you'll be
kind of
able to take
cologne
advantage of
type of
it.
scents, you're going to like it.
Yeah.
When I compare them back and forth, it's definitely less. The new scent is less woody, and when I compare back and forth, I smell the aquatic notes more than and metallic than when I do just on its own. When I compare them, I smell it more.
Right.
That's interesting how your nose works
Mm-hmm.
sometimes.
Right. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to make this one. And then on the bottle we just have, "I'm feeling good tonight." We have Isaiah 40:31. I just want to share this last part with us. But my grandfather obviously always used to read his Bible, but even he had 3 open heart surgeries. He had skin cancer, prostate cancer, and he went through a lot of different surgeries, sicknesses, you name it. And this verse always took him, and it says this: "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." And that was a verse that took him like all the time. So I wanted to make sure I included that on the bottle and stuff too. So uh, even with this type of stuff, like, I've just been, whenever everyone has their not so good days, right? And I hope that this scent, when you put it in, you're like, I could be a little more joyful before I leave the house. I can be a little more stronger before I get into maybe my situation that's not so good. And I hope that encourages you. I think that this scent, if you can tell yourself and convince yourself, "I am feeling good tonight," you're going to be feeling good. And that's just some things that when I smelled this scent, I'm just reminded of even when my grandpa's in the hospital and he's going down this hallway to get into surgery. Uh, he was still saying, "I'm feeling good tonight. He's still smelling like cologne because he didn't want to smell like the hospital bed. That's just how he was. So this is a lot of fun, and I really do appreciate you giving me an opportunity to share that story.
Absolutely. I was really excited to have you on here and to share that story and to get everybody to see to see you and hear your positive vibes and all and everything that goes along with it and what you're doing here with your company. And I hope the story helps some people. Not only that, but when you wear it, could put a smile on your face. Gives you a
Yeah,
little bit more encouragement. Makes you step a little more lively. Uh,
yeah,
because it's inspired by somebody uh, who lived his life that way. So that's really cool when you can have a story that go along with the scent. Makes it much more meaningful for everybody involved. I hope, and I know that's probably why you did it.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. So I hope everybody goes out and checks that out. You can use the code BANJO15 all the time, but for the next little bit, it'll be worth 20% off. If you have any questions, let me or Juan know. Make sure you follow him on Instagram as he posts there a lot. And you do some live streams occasionally on Instagram, right?
Yeah, so I'll go live every once in a while just to update people. And before I used to post them, so now if you do see me live, it's going to be gone like right after I'm done. Just to kind of because if I see that you're interacting with me, I'm going to share things that you're like, oh man, he didn't put that out anywhere, and it's because I want people that are truly interested in what our company has to offer, and we love the opportunity to serve every single one of you. And a lot of people that are in the chat, we have been able to serve their beards. So we just thank you for the opportunity. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Juan, thank you for coming on with me. And make sure that you stay tuned because I know you're going to be seeing a lot more from Anointed Beard Co. coming up. And we'll see you next time, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.